I wanted to make a video about giving Donald Trump a chance. I keep hearing this, it's like, oh, well, let's see what he does. Like, okay, first of all, the argument is moronic, because what he does is what he's always been doing. The same thing. The proof is in the pudding. Okay, so what has he done? He's already appointed Steve Bannon as his counsel or advisor. Who's Steve Bannon? Steve Bannon traffics in hate, racism, anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is, the modern definition is anti-Jewish. His website, Breitbart, is that's what it does. His website is a racist, hate-mongering trafficking site. That's all it traffics in. That's all that it does. Okay, and that conspiracy theories and all that stuff, most of them unfounded. A bunch of bullshit. So it's mostly hate. So, I mean, he said it himself. He admires Hitler, and he's evil, and that's what he says. It's evil, it's true power. Darth Vader and those type of characters. This guy is a really evil motherfucker. Okay, so that's not that he's going to do in the future. Let's see what he's going to do. He's already done that. He's appointed these people. He's heard the outcry against this racist, monsters that he's appointed. The Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions is, there's testimony from people when he was a prosecutor or whatever, saying that this guy told the black guy, you need to be careful how you speak to white people. He's a white supremacist. Saying that the KKK was all right. It used to be okay with him until he found out they smoke weed. Never mind, they tortured and murdered and hunted down black people for hundreds of years. They continue to do so. He said it was okay. Now people say, oh, those are lies. Those are not lies, man. That's witness testimony. Okay? People who know this guy, he was turned down in the 80s by a Republican Congress, of all people who turned him down, by a Republican Congress, because he was found to be too racist to be a federal judge. And here he is, okay, being appointed by Donald Trump, who is an openly racist. And if you don't believe that to this point, there's something wrong with you. If you don't believe that Donald Trump is an openly racist candidate, you haven't been watching. And I'm not talking about reporting. I'm talking videos and fucking tapes of this guy, calling Mexican people rapists and drug dealers or murderers, and some of them might be good people. I'm sure they let some good people in. Yeah, but and saying that the Mexican judge is not Mexican. The guy was born in Indiana as an American judge of Mexican parents or heritage, and he openly said, and he still stands by it, that this guy could not do his job because of he's Mexican. That's it. I don't know what else proof you need. Donald Trump took out a full-page ad on the New York Times when those 5 kids got accused, black kids got accused of raping somebody in Central Park, the Central Park 5, calling for the fucking lynching of these kids, for the assassination, the murder of these kids, who, by the way, turned out to be innocent. They were just racially profiled, okay? And he never even apologized for this thing. Twice Donald Trump got convicted of his company, racial discrimination against black people, not renting apartments to black people. In New York, they even, in the applications, they put a C, meaning colored, to state that people were, black and don't rent to them. Not only once, but twice he got convicted of that. Okay, his defense was, I was, one of many. Yes, you were one of many racist people who got convicted of that. Yes, we get it. Okay, oh, we didn't admit any wrongdoing. That's standard procedure in corporate America, to not admit wrongdoing before signing a check for a lawsuit payout. That's standard procedure. So anyways, people keep saying, okay, let's see what he does. He has already done all of this. Let's see what he does. Let's give him a chance. Okay, he's got a chance. Now, he has appointed a racist person to be his advisor. A racist person to be his attorney general, the highest attorney, the highest prosecutor in this country. He has appointed a person who was turned down because he's too racist. Okay? Who does not believe in the 14th Amendment. Who thinks that people who are born in this country, if their parents came from another country that are not white, because he specifically said, you know, that if a person from Brazil comes to the United States, that's not what the founding fathers intended with the 14th Amendment. He didn't say people from Germany or any other European white country. Okay, so he's a racist, openly racist person. Of course, during the confirmation hearings, he's saying that he's not. You know, not only is a racist, he's a liar. He also, Jeff Sessions, put, there was a guy that he got a deal from the prosecution in Alabama. You know, I mean, not everybody's racist in Alabama, but you know, it just happens to be the most considered, Alabama and Mississippi, the most racist states in the nation. There was a black guy who got a sentence, a plea bargain. He got life in prison with the possibility of parole. The thing was that he was going to serve some time and then he was going to go for parole and, you know, go get the parole. So, but he didn't. So somehow, I don't know all the exact story, but he went to, I think it was Michigan, and he did a lot of social activism, and he helped a lot of people, studied, educated the community, served. I mean, this guy's a model citizen. And Alabama tried to extradite him from Michigan to bring him back and put him in prison. And Michigan kept giving him pardons, so apparently Alabama went to the Supreme Court or something, and they prevailed and they brought him back. When he came back, he went to prison in Alabama, and the entire parole board in Alabama gave him parole. They said, okay, this person is a model inmate, model citizen. He needs to be in the community. He doesn't pose a threat to the community. And he had a deal which the administration reneged on. So we're going to give him parole. Guess what happened? Jeff Sessions orchestrated a change in the parole board, and he put one of his police officer or police chief buddies in the parole board, and they overrode the parole board's decision and put the guy back in prison, and he died in prison. Okay? So even though the state has said that they were going to parole him, you see how cantankerous, how evil this guy is, Jeff Sessions. So, you know, he wanted to abolish the 14th Amendment, which is the one that says that if you're born in the United States, you know, you're a citizen. Okay? So, you know, Trump has already shown us what he's doing. He's not going to do it. He's already doing it. He appoints Catherine DeVos. The lady is a billionaire lady. Nothing wrong with being a billionaire. Make as much money as you want, as you can, without hurting people. But she has hurt people. She is a proponent of destroying the public schooling system, an institution for the people, paid for by the people, so she can profit from privatizing schools in the United States. She's an anti-public education activist. He donated millions of dollars to Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's another one. That's not what he's going to do. He's already done so. He's already violated his promise to clean the swamp. He's appointing all these corrupt fucking vampires. He's filling anything that has to do with finances. He's filled it up with appointees from Goldman Sachs. I mean, it might as well, the United States government, the presidency, be called the Goldman Sachs Fourth Reich. That's what I call it. The Fourth Reich, sponsored by Goldman Sachs. All right, so these are the people who brought you the 2008 financial catastrophe, world financial catastrophe, Goldman Sachs, courtesy of them. Not one of them got prosecuted, but they caused the loss of about 8 million jobs in the United States and cost the American people. The numbers are still out there. I don't know if it's 3 million or 5 million homes to be foreclosed on. The foreclosures are still clogging the dockets of the courthouses. So these are the people he has appointed already. So you're saying, let's see what he does. Are you fucking stupid or a moron? Are you high? This guy is already done what he's going to do. He's already screwed you over. He's already lied to you in your face. Okay? So what does he do when he's going to appoint to the Secretary of State? The guy, Secretary of State, goes around the planet, dealing, securing the United States political partnerships and associations and stuff. So, who does he send? Rex Tillerson. Rex Tillerson, who just signed a deal with Russia for $500 billion. Russian oil company owned by Putin. You think there might be a little bit of a conflict of interest? You think that's a big monster in the swamp? Yes, he is. He's not draining the swamp. He's just putting bigger monsters in it. Okay? Now, are you still thinking that you want to give this guy a chance to say, okay, so what do we do? You keep calling your Congress people and your congressmen. I don't give a shit who you voted for. Now you know what this guy is doing. Okay? Oh, by the way, he appointed a guy, a secretary, the Department of Labor secretary, who opposes the minimum wage and opposes overtime pay and opposes vacations and opposes every fucking benefit that unions in this country have fought for. That's who he appointed for Department of Labor. And the guy he appointed to head the EPA has sued the EPA 13 times because he's a big-ass polluter. So he's going to destroy the fucking EPA, which means you're going to be drinking power steering fluid in about 10 years. Okay? See, I mean, how stupid can you be to say that you have to give him a chance? Let's give him a chance to see what he does. Have you not been watching what he's already doing, what he's done? All of a sudden, everybody has to forget all the deplorable, disgusting things he has done, the things he has called people, called women, disgusting because they menstruate, fat pigs, grab women by the pussy without their consent, all that. And he's already appointed all these monsters, racist, greed balls without a conscience to lead all the departments in its cabinet, Fight back like hell. Yes, the election is over, but the fight, motherfucker, the fight is on.